you ain't got nothing Jesus Christ wants. See, he owns everything already. I mean, the world is his and all that's in it. I mean, he owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. He owns the hills on the cattle's walking. He owns everything. The world, you know what you got that he ain't got? You. See, you are the only thing Jesus wants. He don't want your stuff. He don't want your mess. He wants you. He didn't die for your stuff. He didn't die for your mess. He didn't die for your house or your money. He died for you. That's what he wants. He wants you. Well, he said, you ain't got nothing. Old Satan talking to in your head, you know. And I said, now, wait a minute. Now, that preacher said, ye are of your daddy, the devil. And if I ain't got nothing, who give me all that nothing? You ever thought about that? I mean, Satan ain't done one good thing. Can't do one good thing. He ain't never give nobody nothing but nothing. That's all he ever give anybody. Well, sir, I started down that aisle. I thought that aisle was about 5 million miles long. I mean, you know, and old Satan, he said, buddy, they don't want you. You got that pistol in your pocket. And about then it felt about big as a house, you know. Everybody thought I was going to go down there and shoot the preacher. And down there in Texas, that wouldn't have been the first time. I'm going to tell you that. And I said, you give me that pistol. And I kept running. He said, buddy, they don't want you. You got a deck of cards in your pocket. You too bad to be saved. Ain't it what it tells you? He ever told you that? You too bad to be saved? Oh, I hear it all the time. Oh, Jesus can't save me. I'm too bad. I done murder and I done this and I done that and I've been. Let me tell you something. There ain't no sin that the blood of Jesus Christ can't wash right away. See, there ain't no sin so bad that he can't save you. There ain't no such thing as too bad to be saved. Well, I come on down there. I fell on my face before God Almighty. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Look here. In Isaiah chapter 35, it says, verse 3, strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. My hands was holding on to the bench in front of me. And my knees was knocking together. And say to them, they're a fearful heart. I was scared to death. I was going to go to hell. And you ought to be scared of going to hell. Hell is a scary place. You don't want to go there. People joke about it, but you don't want to go there. And say to them, be strong, fear not, behold, your God will come with vengeance, even God with a recompense. He will come and save you. That's what God done for me that night. He come and he saved me. Now, I don't know why God ever want to save a fella like me. I mean, I can't have talk, you know, and I got this old lisp and this old stutter, and I ain't got no education, you know. But bless God, Jesus Christ, he died for me. He died for you. Well, there it was. And they was having one of them testifying meetings. You know, folks was telling what God done for them. And this is camp meeting, you know, and folks like they was on the benches, and folks was lining up. They were going to get up in front and tell people what God done for them. You know, some of them had got saved, and some of them had got right with God, and some of them God had done another thing for them. And so they was getting, and they was pretty folks. I mean, they was good looking people. I mean, you know, the men that had them nice suits on. Y'all like my suit? A fella give me this suit. He said, buddy, God told me to give you a suit. What size suit you wear? I said, God knows what size I wear. Just give me the suit. And God done just fine. And so the men had them nice suits on, and the women had them long dresses. You know what I'm talking about? Them long dresses. Went out behind them about 15, 20 miles. Long dresses out there. Had them bustles in the back. I don't know what women keep in them bustles, and I don't want to know. Just you keep that to yourself. But, you know, had them bustles, and had hats, big old hats on. Had a hat, well, their hats that looked like somebody had shot 2 buzzards with a 12 gauge. You know, it had feathers sticking out all over the place. And, you know, but they could talk. I mean, their tongue was like silver. And my tongue is kind of like rubber bouncing around in my head. You know, and so they got there, and they were going to tell, and I was dead last. And by that time, I was wishing I was just dead. Let me tell you something. You don't know something scary? Getting up in front of people and talking, that's scary. It's scary. And some people are scarier than others, I'm going to tell you that. But you know, and I got to hear all them. And I you know, I hardly get 2 words out. I mean, y'all think I stutter bad now? Well, nothing like I stuttered then. and here I got up there, and I was last one, and I said, and I thinking, well, that preacher, he'd been running around. I stepped back, and I said, and I thought, well, maybe I better sneak up on this thing. And I give my testimony, but it all come out at the same time. You just kind of in a rush, because you got Jesus Christ in your heart. You can't keep him in there. Well, sir. And some of them women that I got to tell you, they about busted right out of their bustles. And so, but that night I was sleeping underneath the stars, and I was there, and I was looking up, and I asked God something some of y'all ain't never asked God. I said, God, what you want me to do? What you want me? Now, some of you ain't never asked God what He wants, have you? All you ever do is tell God what you want. Ain't that what we do? I mean, that's what I do. You know, God, I got to have this. God, I need that. God, you got to do that. God, and you know, and we take so much time telling God what we want. We don't never take no time to ask God what He wants. And so I said, God, well, what you want me to do? Now you ask God what He wants. He's going to tell you. He's going to tell you. And I said, what you? He said, don't you preach? I can't do that. I mean, ain't that what we do? You know, we finally get around to asking God what He wants. And what you want? And God said, I want you. And I said, like God don't know. Like, you know, you know, if I said, did God make the world? Oh, yeah, God made everything. Did God make, you know, oh, yeah, does God know the end from the beginning? Oh, yeah, does God know? Oh, yeah, does God know what you, I mean, ain't that what we do? We believe God knows everything about everything except ourselves. We believe God knows the best for everybody, but He don't know what's best for me. What's best for you? Yeah, He does. See, that's all He's ever got for you is His best for you for His honor and glory. Well, I know some bad stuff happens, and I know, and we ask God why a lot, and you know, how come, but it's for God's glory, and it's for your best. It is. So I said, God, and I want you to preach. I can't do that. I got this old lisp, and, you know, and I got this old stutter, and I can't be no preacher. And you know what God said? I know you got that lisp. I give it to you. See, you want to know what God give you? You look in Psalm 139, and He'll tell you. He knows you before you was formed in your mama's womb. He knows when you sit down, when you get up again. He knows everything about you. He knows everything, and He knows the words before they leave your lips. Even though in my case they try to get out about 3-4 times before they make it. And He knows everything. And you know, and I said, I got this old list, and He said, I'll give you that list. I'd give you that list because that'd be the best thing for you. And I said, God, I can't be no preacher. I don't know how to read. Now I was 18 years old, and I'd never been in school a day in my life, and I didn't know how to read. I know my letters, you know, but and God said, I'll help you. And so I'd get done with my chores, and I'd get